Hello everyone, welcome to Weekly Insider, Road to Edoverse. Today we're going to deliver chapter 95. I'd like to welcome the speaker, Tokugawa-san, please.
Okay, thank you, Mitsushi-san. Hello, everybody. This is Iehiro Tokugawa speaking. Now, so this is the final session about Tokugawa political ideology / political system. Okay, so then if not Confucianism, then what was the guiding ideology of the Tokugawa shogunate? Guiding ideology in this case is something like Marxism, Leninism for the Soviet Union. Now, if you remember the Soviet Union, and most people listening to this are probably not old enough to remember in detail. But you see, towards its end, it was just an inefficient version of the advanced Western societies, a high level of education, but and basic welfare met, basic needs are met, but nothing nice available, and so on and so forth. But and then Marx and Lenin still functioned as a guiding light for them. So this is why Gorbachev decided to disband the whole political system rather than to try his luck in a war. At least this is what the leading authority on Soviet history, Stephen Kotkin, has concluded. So then, what was Tokugawa ideology or political system about? So for one thing, it's about survival. So how to keep the system there. And then also, but not just to survive, but also in combination to it is to give the population a merciful rule. And this is not I'm trying to justify my ancestors' authoritarian rule, but rather what these people are really thinking. So the real guiding ideology or guiding thought, philosophy, was probably Buddhism. And in fact, all the Buddhist temples functioned just like the European churches. So as, how should I say, the village level tentacle of the state mechanism. They control all the registration for the population, and then they took charge of education. So Tokugawa Japan was Buddhist in the sense that medieval Europe was Christian, or even today's Europe. But Buddhism alone cannot make a state. So to create political order out of Buddhism is very difficult. And that, I would say, it was more of a common law country, like Britain had been for very long. So it's a combination of the two, plus a contract with the imperial court by the shogun in 1615. So that contract was never changed until the very end of the Tokugawa shogunate. So it was a kind of a constitutional rule, but the essence of the constitution is like an agreement between two dictators. It was Buddhist in essence, but the appearance was Confucian because everyone wrote the document, their official documents in Neo-Confucianism inspired written Chinese. So it is sui generis. There is nothing like it. And that kind of realism, how should I say, not being led by ideas coming from totally irresponsible intellectuals, but by trying to put together all the parts of ideas so that a political system truly suitable to the objective conditions of Japan at the end of the the end of the 16th century, the beginning of the 17th century. And this probably explains best why the Tokugawa system, the Tokugawa shogunate, could survive for so long and leave behind a prospering and a fairly civilized society to the oligarchs of Meiji. So it was political realism first and foremost. And then to cover that up, there's a lot of aesthetics involved. So how to make the effort for the survival of the elite look good for the whole population, so the whole population would follow the rule. Yes. So and the how should I say? The real answer is that the samurai elite were very cautious and very realistic. You think of the United States, and then the secret of political power in the United States is right there out in the open in the Federalist Papers. Actually, they've given up so much, and I think that has led to all the confusion thereafter. That in the case of Tokugawa Japan, there's very sophisticated political calculation, which had been kept a secret probably up to this date, and that is what makes stable rule possible. Okay, so and that is the last part, my last session on Tokugawa political system. Okay, thank you very much.
Right, thanks, Tokugawa-san. First of all, from me, last week I participated in an event, namely Web3 BB. That was the event held in Shinkokuritsu Bijutsukan, Kokuritsu Shin Bijutsukan, the museum in Roppongi. And I was invited to several panel discussion. And what I was talking about was mainly what are competitive advantages for Web3 startups, Web3 projects in Asia and Japan. So I basically talked about two things. Firstly, customer acquisition cost is relatively lower in Asia compared to that of the United States and other advanced countries in Europe. That is particularly important for content-related products and projects such as Metaverse and Gamify, because it is very important to establish initial fan base and user base for any product. So customer acquisition cost is lower in Asia. So from marketing strategy perspective, it is right decision to target Asian market first of all for content related products. Second thing is about that a project based in Japan have advantage to access IP. There are a lot of publishers and IP holders in Japan. That is why multinational corporations establish office and branch in Japan. For example, Netflix or Animoca Brands or Amazon, all these multinational corporations open office and branch in Japan in assumption that they want to have a geographical advantage to access IPs and have a better negotiation capabilities to against IP holders. So those are two main things that I was talking about in a panel discussion. I think all these elements are applicable to Edoverse project as well, because we are located and some of the members are located in Japan. That means we have better access to IPs or gaming companies or publishers who have great content, and all those content can be utilized and leveraged for Edoverse projects. We can expand the ecosystem by leveraging those IP access, and also we have better advantage for customer acquisition costs. We can acquire a lot of users for the first stage of the product. I hope those kind of good phenomena will also occur to Edoverse as well. That's the update from me for today. Thanks. Next, I'd like to welcome the next speaker. I think Martin.
Hello. Yes. Merry Christmas, everyone. I've been living in Japan for 23 years, and it's still difficult for me to process the fact that Christmas is just a regular, ordinary day for Japanese people. So, I had to get used to going into the office and doing a normal work day. Whereas when I was growing up in the UK, obviously nothing is open on Christmas Day; everything shuts down. So yes, it was one of those funny Japanese things, just like eating KFC for Christmas. But so Merry Christmas, everyone, and also a Happy New Year. Wishing everyone the best for 2024. Obviously, it's going to be a very, very exciting year for us because the Edoverse is finally going to be launched, and we're going to be able to, promote the project in earnest and also get feedback from users, and really ramp up the iteration process and keep improving the platform at an even faster rate. In terms of the IP issue that Mitsushi-san was just talking about there, I do think that that's a very important point, and something that I've raised previously is that our IP is quite different from a lot of others because it's actually based on an historical era. So we have actual historical events as the basis for the project. And of course, we have Tokugawa-san on board too to make sure that the accuracy of the historical elements is higher than anything else out there, or at least as high as can be expected. So yes, that definitely puts us in quite an unusual, if not unique, position in terms of having an IP. And I think that it gives us a lot of opportunities for broadening the scope of the project going forward. So yeah, that's it from me this week. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and looking forward to more Edoverse excitement in 2024.
Thanks, Martin. I'd like to welcome AK-san.
Thanks, Mr. San. Yes, we are developer team. So we have three agendas. One, three mini games are already almost implemented and in the testing phase. Two, the development of the interface between NFT and the point system for the game and the Edo portal will be completed soon. Three, the integration of the point system is expected to be completed as soon as possible at the beginning of the year. Total system testing will be in the middle of next month or end. Yes, thank you. That's it.
Thank you very much. Finally, I'd like to welcome Dominic. Please.
Hi, thank you. Thank you, Mitsushita. Hello, everyone, and then Happy Christmas and Merry Christmas. Today that we in Telegram, the Edo Bus JO that we just show that the happy holiday teasers, and Edo Bus is really ready for everything. Just already, just as Mr. Ken mentioned, we have three basic the games are ready, and also all the sort of space ready. But only just a security reason that we just take a little more time, and then the launch should be just in the end of January. So I'm really looking forward. And also, and I hope that a team is just a new teams formed up. Then we will just announce that probably at the same time the launch of the Edoverse. Please just wait for a little while, and then we're gonna just expand our operation from next year in 2024. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominic. And now all speech is over. Thanks. Let's see next week or next year, probably. I hope we will see you next year. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
yeah. Happy New Year. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.